Эй, всем привет, ребятушки! О боже, я забыл, как стримить. Последний стрим был у нас по Call of Duty больше месяца назад. Он был в прошлом году. Он был 2 месяца назад. Кошмар! Но будем вспоминать, как это делается. У нас сегодня квестик. Bear with me. Должно быть весело в любом случае. Ну или страшно, кто знает. Нуарные квесты, они где-то балансируют между веселостью и страхом. Да. Да, давно хотел перепройти, потому что это прохождение еще было старым микрофоном. Оно в 2019 году было, где-то в июне примерно. Ну, то есть примерно через полгода игре, этому прохождению на канале исполнится 5 лет. Офигеть, страшно представить. Честно говоря, вот прям очень страшно, как летит время. Ну, впрочем, да. За кадром я пилю вам ассасинчика, уже завтра продолжится прохождение. Да, у нас 2 дня был перерывчик. Как-то все было не до того, да не до того. А серии записанные закончились. Да, там осталось вроде не так много, так что я, наверное, поднажму. Да пройду, а потом уже можно будет переходить обратно к Hi-Fi Rush. Да. Вот бывает такое на канале у меня, что вот запустится прохождение, пару серий, и все. И вот целый месяц уже ничего нету. Ну, впрочем, да. Думаю, еще чуть-чуть посидим. Подождем хоть кого-нибудь. Где все люди, которые просили стримы? Где они? Вот запустил стрим, нету никого. Что это такое? Законы подлости. Ну ладно, может кто-нибудь да подойдет. О боже. Злата, если ты это видишь, пиши в чат. А ты не можешь зайти в аккаунт. Ё-моё. Ну, бывает. О, Злата, привет. Все, теперь я спокоен. Теперь все хорошо. Вот, один верный зритель. Надо, Злата, тебе премию выписать. Впрочем, давайте пойдем в игру. Вот все, до первого сообщения в чате. Все, можно теперь. Теперь можно идти, о господи. Это что за звуки? Ё-моё, игра, нельзя так запускаться, страшно. Ты же не хоррор как таковой. Вот она прекрасная менюшечка. Давай. Не пугай так. Эта игра пугает. Да, вот такой вот нуарненький квестик у нас сегодня. Да, в игре всего лишь 3 эпизода, и есть еще один дополнительный эпизод-приквел. Скорее всего, мы пройдем их все, перепройдем. Но пока что надо начать с первого эпизода, как пойдет. Вдруг мне надоест, что вряд ли. Да, вот я могу показать, продолжить. 19-й год, 26 июня. Вот, прохождение я когда закончил я записывать, видимо. Это было настолько давно. Но сейчас мы начинаем новую игру. Понеслась. Да, здесь будет много ломаний четвертой стены, много юмора и немножечко хоррора. Exordium Games представляет Bear With Me. Да. На канале настолько редко бывают квесты, что я по ним даже скучаю. Жуть какая. В самом начале. Ужас какой. Я, наверное, не буду читать субтитры, как в прошлом прохождении, потому что, ну, блин. Как бы, да. Вот она, наша прекрасная Эмбер, это ее комната. И, да, у нас живые игрушки, как вы можете видеть. Так, а тут есть кнопка какая-нибудь, которая показывала бы расположение всех предметов? Тап? Нет? Нет? Серьезно? Тут нет, не было такой кнопки? Эх, грустно. Ну что ж, давайте осматриваться. И не поспоришь, слушай.
It's my bed. It comes with all the luxuries a bed should have.
Да.
It's my bed.
Да. Хорошо, мы тебя поняли. О, подушка.
It's where I rest my pretty little head. It's where I...
Ясно. Так, что за ящик?
If I had a label maker, I would label this Amber's stuff, and I would keep my label maker there.
Еще что-нибудь? Нет? Ну, на всякий случай буду 2 раза прокликивать. Так, что там у нас? А, что такое? Батарейка.
It's as useful as batteries are. That's saying a lot.
Тара-тара-тара-тара.
It's as useful...
Не, ладно, наверное, все-таки одного раза достаточно.
I'll just pick this up. You never know when it might come in handy.
О, ужас. Погодка, конечно, вообще замечательная.
Since I'm paying for the view, I might as well enjoy it.
Ты платишь?
Since I'm paying...
Ну-ну. Сколько тебе лет-то? Лет 10, может быть, где-нибудь? Может, нет. 10 лет и играет с такими игрушками? Нет, вряд ли. Скорее там лет, ну, 8 максимум, наверное. Как вы думаете, чатик? Так, в шкаф пока рановато. Радио.
Sometimes I hear voices coming out of it. They're usually kind of informative.
Ну-ка. Очень информативно. Учебник по биологии.
It's all about the birds and the bees, and how the birds like to eat the bees and other insects. It's all early bird cornflakes. I like to eat them in the evening, completely disregarding their overly advertised intended use.
Так, ладно. Хотя, блин, учебник по биологии, поэтому вроде как уже достаточно взрослая Эмбер. Очки?
They belong to my mom. She must have forgotten them in here when she was cleaning.
Давай подберем. Очки нам тоже пригодятся.
I don't really need glasses, but maybe they'll come in handy. Better take them with me just in case.
Чисто на всякий случай.
I've read all of these. Some of my favorites are Necronomicon, Dyslexia, and Cal to Fright It. Last Encounter, A Trip Through the Wormhole.
А еще что-нибудь?
I've read all...
О, блин, там что-то было.
I've read all of these. Some of my favorites are Boomerang, What Goes Around Comes Around, The Island of the Monkeys, and Staring Down the Barrel, A Drunkard's Tale.
Или типа там 2 разных объекта с книгами. Типа 2 стопки. Так, ладно, что с картинами?
My collection of paintings. Mom said I could have any painting in the house for my room. It was a rigorous selection process.
Как я тебя
My
понимаю.
collection...
Вот я когда маленьким был, у меня в комнате повсюду были всякие разные плакаты из журналов развешаны. Правда, потом в один день я прихожу, и мама их всех убрала, и я такой, блин. Да. Так, а про вторую подушку? Понятно. Слушай, тут точно нету какой-нибудь отдельной кнопки? Windows Mod? Нету никакой кнопки, чтобы показывать типа подсветить предметы. Эх, это очень грустно, на самом
I've
деле.
read all of the dyslexic.
Так, А, да, наверное, некрономикон вот здесь. И вот здесь вот другое. Окей, цветные
The
карандаши.
tools I use to transfer my genius onto paper.
Угу. Так, что-нибудь. Надо очень аккуратно. Лампа.
A miracle of modern technology.
Так, цветочек.
I don't have a green thumb, like, at all. Well, I do now, but I was doodling with a green crayon last night.
Понятно, как оно еще живое. Чего потыкать можно?
Folium cadent. When was the last time I
Листикус
watered this?
жухликус.
Oh, that's right, I didn't. It's really hanging in there.
Ну, ой. Ой. Прости, цветочек. Был цветочек и нет его.
My chest. It's the best.
Хм.
My chest.
Так, подушечки.
Nothing interesting about them. Well, one of them has a PhD in clinical virology, so I guess that's something.
Подушка кандидат в вирусологии, почему бы и нет? Так, что в коробке?
Just my stuff. I still haven't unpacked properly.
Ага, вы только недавно переехали, что ли, получается? Часики?
It's a broken clock. Totally useless without the small hand.
Ой. А когда уже успела стрелку-то обломать? Или она сама каким-то магическим образом? А чё?
Yes, drawers. What will they think of next?
Угу. Ну-ка. Выдвижные ящики — это супер.
Oh,
Чё там?
that's right. I remember playing with this a couple of days ago. It fell on the floor and the lens broke. I'll take the magnifier with me, but I better repair it before I return it to Ted.
Теду?
Yes.
Да-да-да. Так, отлично. Что-нибудь. А что в этой
I
коробке?
just can't seem to find any time in my busy schedule to unpack properly.
Ой, да, я тоже не могу выделить в своем очень плотном графике время, чтобы убраться в комнате, наконец-то. Вот прям вот что-то вот не доходят у меня руки до этого. Милли?
Millie, my toy giraffe. I've had her since I was 5 years old. She seems frightened. I should talk to her.
Милли, поговорим. Что случилось?
It seems you had a nightmare.
Да, но кошмары иногда бывают веселыми.
Yeah, but I can handle nightmares. Never mind that now, Millie. What are you doing here? Is everything okay?
Oh no, miss. Something terrible is happening down in Paper City. I came here as soon as I could. I wanted to warn you and your brother not to go there, but when we arrived, I could only find you.
What do you mean?
Miss, I'm afraid your brother is missing.
I have to go find Flint. Millie, you stay here and rest. I'll come and check up on you later.
Please, before you go around looking for your brother, miss, go and find Mr. Bear and ask him to come along. He's retired now, but he was always so fond of you. I'm sure he'll help you out. He may not be an easygoing man, but he has a kind heart.
Ted? I know where he is. He has a small office in my closet, but Ted and I, we can't work together anymore. Mostly because I'm still smart and driven and he's become a burnout.
I haven't seen him since he left the city. But whatever falling out you two had, I beg you to reconcile.
Подушка кандидат в вирусологии мой фаворит в этой игре. С уборкой такая жиза. Да, это очень жизовая игра на самом деле. Прям вот да. Ладно, не будем же Рафику
Okay, Millie, I'll go ask him.
расстраивать.
But I'm not sure if he'll even hear me out. We left off on a really bad note.
It's a shame you two aren't working together anymore. You were always such good friends. But for your sake, miss, please don't go wandering around alone. There is something else I haven't told you about.
Что еще
The reason
такое?
I came all the way down here. There is this man that came down to Paper City a week ago. He's asking a lot of questions about you.
What man?
We call him the Red Man. There were a lot of fires down in the city this past week.
Да,
Ever
пожары
since
в
he
бумажном
showed
городе
up,
это страшно,
the
на самом деле.
officials are burying their heads in the sand, while this man has an entire city, your city, miss, cowering in fear.
Well, Paper City Police Department isn't known for its heroic head-on approach to crime fighting.
The mayor and the commissioner have issued a citywide lockdown until all
ё-моё.
of this is sorted out.
Что-то это сейчас так реалистично гром был в наушниках. Я подумал, что дождь на улице, гроза.
The East Tunnel's maintenance route,
В
but
январе.
most of the exits are closed off now.
You said we escaped. Is someone else here with you?
The mugshot boys helped me through the East Tunnel. Bless their hearts. We arrived at Flint's room, but he wasn't there, so I came here to wake you up.
I have to go now, Millie. I'll be back as soon as I can to come check on you. Do you need anything?
I'm fine, little miss. I just need to rest is all. Please, before you go out, find Mr. Bear and ask him to come along.
Ладно, ладно. Еще что-нибудь?
Millie, my
Нет, понятно. А если я попробую выйти все-таки?
Miss, don't go wandering around alone.
Понятно, понятно. Не дают выбора, значит. Так, ну что ж. Шкаф. Офис. Тед и Бера. Да? О, да.
Amber Ashworth, if I had a nickel for every time this broad got me into trouble, I'd be neck deep in nickels right now. Something was different this time. I could feel it in the air. Someone really put the scares on her. Despite her fragile appearance, Amber's a tough kid, so it was unusual to see her like this. She starts talking, and I start pretending I don't care. I told her I'm retired, for good this time. Fell on deaf ears again. Anyway, she starts talking about Millie, Paper City, her brother, and all that jazz. And I'm wondering how many times we've gone through this before. You see, we have this routine where she asks me for help, as she always does. And I play hard to get, as I always do. Eventually, I give in.
Добрая душа,
We've
Тед.
done this so many times I've lost count.
Клевые такие комиксные
She
вставочки.
knows the drill, and so do I. Might as well just hear her out. Her words ring through my office. They get stuck in this haze around my head. And then
Там морковный
they
сок
get
был,
lost
да?
in the cold autumn rain outside, tapping on my window in this hypnotic manner. It's calming in a way. Or is it the booze that makes me calm?
Да, знаем мы твою выпивку, Тед.
Not much to do when you're retired.
Я теперь хочу
Hobbies
морковный
are my
сок.
cup of tea. I
Тедди,
know her
между
standing
прочим.
in my doorway with her lady in distress shtick means bad news for me, and yet I know I'm in for it again. The sun is slowly setting and the rain gets heavy. The news said there will be a storm tonight.
Hi, Ted. I heard you've retired, but
Cut the ceremony, doll. I ain't doing it.
Куколка.
doing what?
Whatever little plan you've schemed up this time to ruin my life, you're bad news, doll. Always were. Do me a solid this time and leave me out of it. I'm busy.
I
Ты
know you
какой
wouldn't
занятой
help me.
медведь.
I only asked because
Мишка.
Millie insisted you come along.
Millie, are we investigating old wives' tales now? It's getting late, doll. Shouldn't you be in bed?
У меня скоро день рождения, вообще-то. Хоть он и был не так давно.
My birthday is coming up soon, and I thought I'd extend an invitation.
Your birthday was 6 months ago.
Блин.
Yeah, but I'm planning some big things for my next one. I thought I'd start preparing early.
Good thinking. You don't want to repeat that fiasco from 2 years ago.
Yeah, that was really bad. Who knew salmonella was still a thing?
О боже, сальмонелла.
No, right? Anyway, I'll tell my secretary to get you something nice.
You don't have a secretary.
Exactly. If you don't mind, babe, I'm pretty busy here. So,
Oh my god, you're still mad at me after all this time? I really need your help, and I kind of promised Millie I would ask you to come along.
mad. Why would I be mad? I was almost thrown into a wood chipper thanks to you. I was lucky. One of the guys we investigated is in my birdwatching, poker and cigar club. And where were you? You ran off.
I was following a lead, somewhere else.
Yeah? What'd you found out?
Not much.
Not a goddamn thing. Listen, doll, I've got a nice little setup here. Lately, I've been doing some tailing work for jealous husbands down in the city. Bunch of nervous train wrecks, but the money is good. I grew tired of pulling bloated toys out of Dredge River. Our days of crime fighting are over. That whole thing, it's behind us. It belongs in the past. Capiche?
You've been practicing this speech, haven't you?
A little bit. How was it?
It was okay. The part about the bodies was a bit much.
I threw that in for dramatic effect. It wasn't in the original draft.
Ну, понятно, да.
No, it was good. It gets the point across.
Does it really? You're still here, and I still have a lot of work to do.
Это нас преследует. Да, вообще, стоило сдать экзамен по микробиологии, тут тебе и подушка кандидат вирусологии, и сальмонеллы. Вообще, кошмар. Вообще-то ты живешь в моем шкафу, ты должен мне за аренду.
How about I just keep pretending your office isn't in my closet and you actually owe me rent?
That was kind of a cheap shot, doll. But I guess nothing ever comes for free. What's this nonsense all about, anyways?
So, according to Millie, a lot of things are happening down in Paper
Ой,
City
что, получилось
lately.
уговорить?
What things?
Нажали на
Like,
аренду.
all sorts of bad things. And there's this guy that's responsible.
According to Millie.
The mayor has issued a citywide lockdown. No one is allowed to leave or enter the city limits until all of this is sorted out. They've managed to escape through the East Tunnel maintenance route. But I think that's been closed off too.
They?
Милли клуб вино и сыр месяца. Милли любители орнитологии мира. Милли любители канталу бумажного города. Милли ассоциация любителей папье-маше бумажного города. Милли оркестр бумажного города. Любители орнитологии мира?
Yeah. Millie and the bird watchers of the world?
What? The BWOW is here? But they all went north last month. It's yellow cardinal season and an early start. I mean, what? I never heard of those guys. What in the hell are you talking about? Are you making this up?
Ну...
Yeah, sorry. The mugshot boys helped her out. I know how much you don't like them.
I mean, what's not to like? Fact that they're thieves and thugs? They literally stole a candy from a baby once.
But wasn't that baby an undercover cop?
Эти кролики. Это безумные кролики Ubisoft.
But they didn't know that. Now, did they?
Anyways, they helped her escape the city through the East Tunnel, the one that leads to Flint's room, and she said he wasn't there. She believes he's gone missing. I need to go and check on Flint. Maybe he's still in the house, but Millie doesn't want me to go alone. She says it's possible for the Red Man to have found an exit to my house. She's really scared.
Wait, what red man?
She was telling me about this man, dressed completely in red. He came down to Paper City recently and was asking questions about me.
He's asking questions about you? What's so interesting about you?
Ну, слышь?
Hey, I'll have you know there are a lot of people out there who find me interesting. Millie is really scared of this man. I can't leave anything to chance. Will you help me out?
Whoa there, Sugar Cup. Even if I come along, and I'm still thinking that one over. I'm afraid a crucial component that'll help in our future investigation is missing.
Твои шляпы?
Your hat?
No, I'm phasing that one out.
Your magnifier?
That's right.
Блин,
Base.
почему нельзя
Now be a
протыкать
good
все
assistant
варианты?
and Go find it for me.
I'm sorry, your assistant?
You know what I mean. Now get cracking.
Наверное, все-таки стоило выбрать вариант с братом. Ну ладно. И Спенсер?
It makes this place look like a proper office.
Действительно, такая мини-штучка в шкафу помещается.
It makes...
Так, карта преступлений.
I love the yarn work especially.
Угу. Так, окно.
Well, since this office is in my closet, that window there is for purely decorative purposes. Where's the light coming from, though?
Хороший вопрос. Тут даже вот лампа
The
есть.
light is off. I bet someone wasn't paying his electric bills.
Вентилятор. А можно тыкнуть? А, мы типа уже тыкнули. Ладно, забавно. Патефон. Ты же не против? Я тут тоже потыкаю. Нет, слушай, с музычкой покруче. FBI, главная кружка.
It
Чашка.
says FBI on it. I bet it stands for Federal Bear Investigation.
Медвежий уголовный
Left there
розыск.
for research purposes. It serves as a support for his heavy head when he passes out.
Да.
That's what the phones looked like back in the days. I mean, now.
Черт, обожаю эту игру.
Here we see a lamp in its natural habitat. It's leaning forward, ready to leap with remarkable precision. A truly fascinating predator of the wild office?
Ну, да, почему бы нет. Так, что у нас здесь? О, господи, там
It's
маска.
my field hockey mask. My friend Jason wants to borrow it. As far as I'm
Jason?
concerned, he can have it. What's the worst that can happen?
Действительно.
It's my as far
Друг Джейсон. Черт.
these are my clothes. The colors are more on the bright side, but I can't help it. I love vivid colors.
Надо посмотреть какие-нибудь ужастики, потому что я очень давно этого не делал, я уже отвык. Или поиграть в какие-нибудь ужастики, кто знает.
These are my
Что в
I
коробке?
got this for Flint with my own money. It's some guardian superhero dude. Very bleak and depressing story arc.
Угу. Кто это? Это может быть на кого-нибудь отсылка? Кеды?
I really feel like I don't own enough shoes. And no, it's not a stereotype. It's just a fact.
Ну да, только одни кеды у тебя и вижу. Пуанта.
What? Those must be Ted's.
Поиграть определенно. Ну слушай, у меня все еще установлена первая амнезия. Пора, может быть, до нее дойти уже, наконец-то. Тед?
It's just Ted. He looks mad. If looks could kill, am I right?
Поговорим?
Found my magnifier yet?
Я в процессе.
Nope, not yet. Do you really need it though?
Do you really need my help?
Okay, fair enough.
Ладно, что мы могем с этой лупой сделать? Она у нас сломанная. А если мы ему сломанную отдадим?
I can't use that.
Понятно.
I broke my mom's glasses. I better find use for this lens now.
Да, ломать очки мамы, это, конечно, плохая была
This
идея.
won't hold. I need some sort of adhesive.
Понятно. Пойдем поищем. Что-нибудь, чем можно склеить. У тебя тут есть клей? Стакан.
It's just an empty glass.
Понятно. Ну, как бы пустой стакан-то нам ничем не поможет. Миле, у тебя есть клей?
You said that this red man is asking questions about me. Why?
I'm not sure, but you might be in danger, miss. This man's done nothing but horrible things since he showed up in Paper City. In only 1 week, he's got everyone, including the police department, hiding and running in fear.
Жуть.
Can you tell me something more about this man?
I'm afraid I don't know much, Miss Amber. Only stories here and there, plus what the paper has been covering. So far, I know he's been asking around about you, and that he's responsible for all the terrible things happening in the city lately.
Угу. Ну ладно, клея у нее, я так понимаю, нет. Ну, на кровать-то он вряд ли возьмется откуда-нибудь. Блин, ну... В ящиках, наверное, тоже нету. Коробка. Точно не выйти никак?
Miss,
Понятно. Где ж может быть клей? А в шкафу точно его не было? Тед? Тебя тут нигде нет клей? А, во, клей.
It says on the bottom, now made without the use of horses. Horses? Is that something that should be specified? Did they make glue from horses?
What? Ладно, берем. Тед, ты не против?
I bet this glue will be useful. Better take it with me.
Ага. Так, ну замечательно. Так, давай намажем.
There we
Вот
go.
так.
Now I just need a lens.
Вот
Voila,
так.
a perfect crime Ted will never know.
Ну да, прям перед его лицом. Клеили, конечно, он никогда об этом не знает. Так, держи.
That's not my magnifier.
Блин.
What do you mean? It's a magnifier. It magnifies and everything?
No, this is my magnifier, with the lens missing, which I'm sure you broke recently. You've replaced the lens with your mom's glasses and glued them together with kids.
Преступление раскрыто.
That's preposterous. Never have I ever.
Okay, never mind. This will do, I guess. Let's head out.
Ей, все, наша команда снова в сборе. Ну что ж, Тед, поговорим?
We should check the rest of this floor for clues, Dollface. Try and find as many as you can.
Да мы вроде уже тут пообыскали. Милли? Что-нибудь еще? Давай, Тед, давай.
Oh, so nice to see you two working together again. True friendship is never...
Okay, forget it. I'm going back to the office.
Тед,
Mr.
не
Bear,
вредничай.
I know you wouldn't let little miss wander around alone. Now, would you?
Why? Is your exaggeration after her?
Listen here, Mr. Bear. Little Miss needs your help. Her brother is missing. Now, you clean yourself up, get your head straight, and help her out. Or else.
Yeah, that's right, Mr. Bear.
Sure, gang up on me. Anyways, we should get going. I don't have all night.
Так, ну замечательно. Больше мы тут, наверное, ничего не могем. Все собрали, что могли. Вчерашний ужин. Эмбер, не могла, что ли, на кухню отнести? Ладно, пойдем.
Let's head out. Watch my back, Ted.
О боже. Тед, что-нибудь скажешь?
We should check for clues in the rest of these rooms. Maybe there's something useful.
Да, может быть, ты и прав.
Plante regularis. A
Растеникус
common plant found in
обыкновенникус.
most households, I guess.
Возможно, ты и права.
It's a fishing village, somewhere on the coast of Norway, probably.
I'm so glad I got dragged out in the middle of the night to look at the paintings hanging in your house. What else am I going to do, right?
Ну, Тед, ну это же картины.
Use of the color green is what makes this painting stand out. It's just so vivid and beautiful. You can almost taste it.
А это?
The accentuated, almost reckless brushstrokes could be an indication of the artist's lack of formal education. Rather than paint with methodical, almost sterile precision, he instead attempts to convey his inner turmoil through his paintings, making his work better appreciated through sheer emotion.
What the hell are you talking about?
You're just such a caveman.
Блин. Эмбер, конечно, вообще. Фантазии ей не
A box
занимать.
filled with all sorts of stuff. Really, just all the imaginable, useful things I need right now to solve this mystery. Packed inside a single cardboard box and left in the middle of the hallway.
It's just clothes, doll.
I know.
Так, а в этих что?
A random, generic asset placed to occupy empty space. Let's pretend there's something inside. Like...
A golden retriever puppy just for you, doll.
Oh my god, is it really? I can't... I want to. Can we take him out? I'm gonna call him Cookie and walk him every day and...
Yeah, no, it was a joke. No one would put a live dog in a sealed box with no air holes. Dum-dum.
You're just so mean.
Как он
I bet
сказал?
it's...
Ой, что?
I bet it's full of diamonds. That's something one would have lying around in a cardboard box in the middle of the hallway, right?
Да, кстати, там первый раз графический объект был, как она сказала, чтобы заполнить пустое пространство. Ну, впрочем, в какой-то мере так и есть. Да, вот оно, ломание четвертой стены.
Unpacked stuff from our city apartment. Let's guess what's inside. I bet it's full of bouncing balls, sorted and packed neatly according to color, size, or bounceability.
Да, наверняка именно так и есть. Часы?
It belonged to my grandpa. I don't think it works, but it sure is loud.
И почему часы всегда принадлежат дедушке?
There's some chain thingies inside.
Давай-ка мы возьмем одну штучку. Или, может, даже парочку.
It's locked.
Ах ты ж, даже так. А если попробуем вскрыть ножиком?
I don't think so.
Понятно.
A
Лампа?
lamp. Nothing else to it. It shines. I can see where I'm going. But if I can see where I'm going, that means I'll hardly ever get lost. So this lamp is like a beacon, reminding me that wherever I am, I can just look around and I'll find my way back home.
Да, вот кто сэндвич? What?
It's a ham, bacon, lettuce, and mozzarella cheese sandwich on pimento bread. It's mounted on my wall and it shines. So it's like a sandwich that's also kind of a lamp.
Хорошо. Окей, как скажешь, Эмбер. Ну, почему? Почему это сэндвич? Так вот кто бы сдал философию на 5. Комната Флинта, кстати. Восточный коридор, но туда мы пока не пойдем. Чердак?
A door that leads to the attic. No, really, that's all there is to it. It leads to the attic, hence the name, the attic door.
Логично, черт возьми. Странное украшение.
It's just weird.
Yep, it's weird.
Да. Я бы у себя дома такого не повесил. Так, лестница.
Such an amazing piece of woodwork. The amazing stairs, everybody. Gather round, young and old. Witness this new technological marvel.
Не, чудо техники это лифт. А это всего лишь лестница. С другой стороны, если бы не лестница, лифты бы вряд ли когда-нибудь изобрели. Наверное. Пойдем в ванную, что ли? Его можно 2 клика сделать.
It's so dark in here, Ted. I can't see anything.
The light is busted. We'll have to find a flashlight or something.
Окей. Ясно, видимо, сюда мы пока не пойдем. Флинт? Так, судя по тому, что здесь вот так вот, значит, она закрыта. Да? Ну, естественно.
It's locked. But why?
This is mighty suspicious, doll. Wasn't there a hole in the study wall? You know, that one that you used to crawl through when you were younger.
You're right, Snoop. Maybe I can still fit through. It's worth checking out.
Угу. Так, я здесь точно больше ничего не пропустил? Эти все картины мы потыкали. Ладно, пойдем в восточный коридор. Опа, здравствуйте. Здрасте.
Rust.
Угу. Тед, что-нибудь еще?
We should check for clues in the rest of these rooms. Maybe there's something useful.
Maybe. Здрасте, поговорим.
Hey there, Rust. It's been a while.
Sure has, Snoop. Still walking the beat?
Not lately. I finally took some time out to sort things out.
He's pretending he's retired. It takes a lot out of him, apparently.
Well, you couldn't have picked a worse time to retire, Snoop. Things are getting close to boiling point down in the city.
What's going on, Rust?
Wish I could tell you, Bear. I'm as clueless as the rest of them. One thing I know is that I was working at the steel mill one day. The damn place got blown up.
Так, я все пропустил. Что такое? Слышали, что в городе изоляция?
We've heard the city is in lockdown.
Sure is. It's been like that since the mill exploded. The official statement is that there was a gas leak down at the basement level, but we all know better.
Полагаешь, кто-то пытается спрятать
So you
концы?
think it wasn't an accident? You think someone is trying to cover something up?
I wouldn't go that far, miss. My suspicion is that the officials don't want to make a big deal out of it. Keep the folks at ease.
What about the mill owner, that Dietz fellow? He made any enemies lately? Filed any big insurance claim or something?
Nah, Bear. Mr. Dietz is a straight-up bird. Besides, his son was down at the mill when it happened. Kid got a little ear buzz is all.
Окей.
So no one leaves or enters the city at this point?
That's what the lockdown implies, Bear. Folks are still escaping.
Логично,
I
черт
hear
возьми.
some of them got here through the tunnels. Them mugshot boys were the first to flee, and poor old Millie. I hear she got here safe.
Да.
Millie's in my room. She's resting.
Bless your kind heart, little miss. I'll stay here in the hallway. Keep an eye out.
Can you do it, Rust? You seem kind of tired.
I ain't no bunny, little miss. Some buster tries to pull a fast one on me, I'll give him a little chin music before I drop a dime on him to the elbows.
What?
He's saying he can do it.
А как ты сам выбрался?
How'd you escape?
I used the east tunnel maintenance shaft, but the thing was getting close to collapsing. I think they closed it off completely after I got through.
О боже. Блин, это тень. Жутенькая такая.
We've heard rumors about some red man. Know anything about that?
I sure do. He's the damn reason all this is happening, Bear. So this Red shows up down in PC. This was a week ago. He goes after the thugs first, gathers information and such. No one thought nothing of it. Couple of beaten up lowlifes here and there. It's a common trait with these guys, you know? Then, the fire started. I hear a couple of guys down from the coal district gathered a posse, try to corner this bird. No one heard from him since. And those guys are miners, Bear. They're as tough as nails.
Who is?
Those guys, Ted.
What kind of information is he after?
Well, here's the funny part, Snoop. I heard he was asking a lot of questions about our beloved Miss here. That's why I'm here. After Doris and the kids left the city, I figured I'd come here and make sure Amber stays safe.
Ну, это мило.
Don't you be dragging her on one of your ill-advised adventures, Bear.
Are you kidding me? Anyways, why would this guy be going around asking about her? You know anything about this, dog?
Да, тут скорее
Anyone
Эмбер
whose
таскает
life you're
Теда.
messing with? Besides mine, I mean. Angry boyfriend, perhaps?
Don't get smart. I never heard of this red guy until tonight. Besides, you're the only man in my life, Bear.
Who's getting smart now? So, what kind of information is this guy after, Rust?
Haven't I told you about this already? He's asking about our little Miss here. Is he alright?
He's fine. He's just sleepy and grumpy and, like, totally not drunk.
Nah, I'm fine. I'm just sleepy and grumpy because she dragged me out in the middle of the night on some wild goose chase.
Nice to see you two are getting along after all these years.
Ладненько. А что за желтый король?
You know anything about the Yellow King?
Not really. I guess they left the thing wide open, like open to interpretation. I personally didn't think much of it.
Окей. Где Флинт?
Have you seen Flint, Rusty? Millie told me he might be missing.
I'm sorry, little miss. I'm afraid I haven't seen your brother. But I'm sure he's fine. Flint is a tough kid. Besides, no one has left or entered this room since I got here.
Ну ладно.
Well, we better get cracking. Catch you later, Rust.
Sure thing, Snoop.
Thank you, Rusty. Bye.
Bye, little miss. Don't worry about your brother. I'm sure he's alright.
Да уж, куда ж он денется?
A painting. Or is it? A painting.
Так, а вот это?
I see 3 anthropomorphic mailboxes dancing to the captivating beats of the J. Summers Jazz Quartet.
Я не вижу практически ничего на этой картине. Ну, может быть, вот этот человечек. Может быть. Так, ладно, допустим. Так, кабинет мы пока не пойдем.
It's all dried up, serving as a reminder of life's fleeting nature.
Ай, что ты будешь делать?
I can see the tree outside our house. It's a willow tree. I know this because 2 years ago at the hospital, my mom told the doctor I fell from a willow tree. It was that one.
Понятно. Слушай, а что тогда у тебя, если пару лет назад у тебя до сих пор все коробки не распакованы? Или вы переезжаете из этого дома?
Oh my, those curtains are wide open. The reflection from the glass is unflattering. I prefer to leave some of the view to the imagination, thank you very much.
Растение
It's a
переросток.
tree, like the ones outside, only this one is inside. It's creepy. I don't like it.
М-м.
It's I don't know. You kind of lose your imagination after the 10,000th useless item. It's a lamp.
Да, все, сдулась, Эмбер.
A painting? Or is it some sort of ink blot test?
Тест Роршаха.
For when you get tired of walking up and down this hallway.
Подушечки нельзя?
My old trusty lamp. I never walk around this hallway without her.
Ну и все, кто сейчас на стриме, кто будет смотреть это в записи, внимание, это точка сохранения.
A save point. Nah, just kidding. What is this, Resident Evil? We have autosave, you dingus.
О боже, ой, как хорошо.
A save point. Nah, just kidding. What is this, Resident Evil? We have autosave, you dingus.
Да, автосохранение. У нас что здесь, Resident Evil? Ну все, пора Резидента перепроходить. Мы давно не играли во вторые откровения и в Код Веронику. Мне кажется, настало время.
A save point. Nah, just kidding. What is this, Resident Evil? We have autosave, you dingus.
Да. Так, ладно, комната родителей. Пустят.
It's locked. I mean, of course it is.
Ну, да. Слушай, чё тут комната брата заперта, комната родителей заперта, только у нас открыта. Ладно, пойдем в кабинет. Хотя бы он открыт. Хоть на том спасибо. Тед?
Look, doll, I'm not suggesting we go around looting the cabinets and whatnot. But how about we go and loot some cabinets and whatnot?
Действительно, австралийское растение.
It's growing from the sand.
Aren't you perceptive, doll? You should have been a detective.
And you should have been a 10-year-old girl, because you throw like one.
10-летняя, да, все-таки Эмбер 10. Окей. А еще что-нибудь?
It's growing from
Понятно, 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 понятно. Так, что у нас здесь? Еще картины.
It's a small boat in the middle of a storm. I hope they made it out.
You know how they say, doll. It's not the size of the boat, but the motion in the ocean.
What does that even mean?
I think it means that it doesn't really matter how big the ship is. It will probably sink if the storm is strong enough.
Such a tragedy.
Да.
It's a small house in the country. It looks so peaceful there. I wish I had more time to appreciate every piece of art I come across.
Эх, иногда я задумываюсь о том, что, наверное, круто вот так вот жить где-то в таком домике. Может быть, в какой-то момент станет скучно, но если там будет интернет... Еще одна лампа. Если вы нашли этот дневник...
Please, whoever
А,
finds this
что?
log, I'm one of the developers, for bear with me. I didn't want to do it. They've made me. Please send some. Oh no, I can hear him coming.
Что ж.
Wow, that's just disturbing.
Yep.
А еще раз можно? Понятно, понятно, понятно. По-моему, кого-то угрохали. Бедные разработчики, слушайте. Может быть, поэтому нет второй части? Они вообще какие-нибудь еще игры
Yep.
выпускали? Ваза.
Only for looking, not for touching, according to my mom.
Нечто.
It's a decorative plaque of some sort, or an award for wood chopping? I don't really know.
Да. А эти вазы?
Looks expensive.
Да, вот бы уронить такую, да?
I've always loved this painting. It looks familiar in a way. I feel like I've been there before.
Yeah, how come you're not in it?
Что ты тут вот это вот? Ну-ка.
So many places to visit. If I had a lot of money, I would spin this and travel to where my finger lands. Hopefully not in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean.
Блин. Давай потыкаем.
Let's take this bad boy for a spin.
Ага, bad boy. Ну чё?
So many places.
Понятно, понятно.
Let's take this bad boy for a spin.
То есть мы его просто крутим, не говорим куда? Эх. Весь смысл
It
этой
looks
игры
pretty.
ломается.
The sand, I bet, came from somewhere far away.
That dim-witted boy sells these down at the local market. So the sand probably came from...
Nope, somewhere far away. Maybe some desert.
Sure, the desert.
Может быть, вот откуда-нибудь оттуда. Если это песок. Это песок?
It's a small boat.
А,
Ну,
точно,
ну,
господи, это не
what is
песок.
it?
Это про корабли. Точно, точно.
A book titled It's a Wonderful Lie, The Judicial System and How to Exploit It for Profit. So many stupid words. I hate boring books.
Бюро? Почему это бюро? А?
Hey, a flashlight.
Опа!
There are no batteries inside.
There's bound to be some in the house.
We can ask Rusty if he'll give us one of his. I'll take the flashlight with me.
Так, ладно, хорошо. Еще что-нибудь тут?
It's mostly filled with boring paperwork. It's a boring old cabinet filled with boring stuff. For boring grown-up people.
Понятно. Коробка сигар.
Ew, cigars are gross. Of all the places in
Поддерживаю.
the world, the flavor country seems least appealing to me.
Поддерживаю позицию Эмбер. Никаких сигарет. Чё,
Lex
книги?
injusta non est lex? Funny made-up words. Although they have a certain righteous ring to them.
Да, что-то на латинском. Стаканчик.
Highly breakable. Believe me, I know. Nothing interesting about it.
Окей. Че это, лампа?
Just shining away. I have a similar one in my room.
You have the same lamp in your room. It's just asset reuse. Those lazy artists.
Ломание четвертой стены. Все как мы любим. Статуя Анубиса.
It's Anubis, protector of the deceased. It's so common you would think people have an almost unnatural fascination with death.
А ты хочешь его сбросить? Ни стакан, ни вазу, так Анубиса. Господа, вы можете как-то одновременно... Ой! Ой.
There's a number written underneath. 107. What does it mean?
10-7's the police code for an unconscious or a dead person.
That's a little grim.
I don't make the rules. I sure as hell don't follow them either.
Ладно. Родителям объясним. Это сквозняк, оно само упало, да? Что за
A
книги?
book titled Indoctrination of Roman Dutch Law in the Courts of South Africa. Well, that makes no sense whatsoever.
Угу. А это что?
My grandpa's books. I know you're not supposed to judge a book by its cover, but these look so boring.
О, кстати, ключ. Что-то я его только сейчас заметил. Вот поэтому-то нужна подсветка предметов.
There's a small key up there. It looks lonely.
I guess you could say. It's just hanging around.
Господи. Возьмем?
We'll have to find another way.
А, то есть мы до него не дотягиваемся.
This chair is so comfortable, but we don't have time to sit around. Well, Ted will probably need to at some point. He's getting old.
Huh? Ah, I wasn't listening. You just ramble on and on sometimes.
You didn't hear me 'cause you're old.
А может быть, можно как-то пододвинуть кресло? Ладно, что еще за
A
книги?
book titled Objection, Your Honor. The most commonly used phrases in TV courtroom dramas. I'll allow it. My grandpa's. I know you're not supposed to judge.
Понятно. Что не здесь?
My grandpa's. I know.
Понятно. Книга.
A book titled Copyright Infringement Law. Such nonsense, made-up words.
Да, ох уж эти авторские права.
I know you're not.
Понятно. Оп.
A book titled A Generic Book Title Here. That's, unimaginative.
Действительно. Еще что-нибудь, какая-нибудь? Так, это растение.
I know.
Понятно. Так, Тед, вы можете как-то отойти? Нет? Нет, там ничего нету интересного.
A book titled So, You Did It. Life After Confessing. I guess it's not selling so well in death penalty states.
Да уж, действительно. Так, что-нибудь. Тут мы вроде все уже почитали. Ладно. Дыра в стене. Или
This
там все
hole
паутиной
leads to
затянуло.
Flint's room. It's covered in cobwebs, though. That's so gross. Go in, Ted, and check it out. I'll wait for you here.
I'm sorry, doll. As much as crawling through spider-infested holes sounds appealing to me, I have to pass. See, spiders tend to nest in my fur, and then I have to take a bath and go through this whole fumigation process. It's a mess.
И что ты предлагаешь?
This. Go in.
Понятно. Тед?
We should talk to Rusty. He may know something that could help us out.
Ладно. Видимо, здесь мы все-таки закончили. Пойдем. Восточный коридор. Где он?
What the hell? What was that?
I don't know, Ted. Lights? Tricks?
Yeah, I guess. I'm getting too old for this.
Thing. This thing.
Yeah.
Да,
sounds
но мурашки
right.
по коже
Not
пробежали.
really.
Жутенько иногда такие вот моменты. Расти, нам нужна твоя помощь. Вот прям жизненно
Rust,
необходимо.
we need a big favor.
What's this about, Bear?
Rusty, we need a battery for our flashlight. We thought you could help us out.
Sure, I got batteries, but here's the problem, miss. If I give you a battery, I gotta shut down for the rest of the night, and I have to keep an eye out.
Ну, мы тебе подменим.
We could take some of that edge off, Rust. Why don't you rest your eyes for a bit and let me and the doll here take over?
You? No offense, Bear. I respect you as much as anyone in Paper City, but this here is different. I don't think you could handle this red guy on your own. You should take care of Miss and Millie and leave the patrol to me.
Are you saying I'm not qualified for watch duty? We have to wrap this thing up, fast. There's a bottle of carrot juice in my desk that's longing for my return. We can keep an eye out for anyone suspicious in the meantime. Besides, you know I'm more than qualified. That nasty business from a couple of years ago, with them robots going missing. I was the one that brought that whole shady affair down, and you know it.
Are you trying to play me, Bear? I know you had nothing to do with that. That thing went so high up, there's no chance in hell Snoop like you even got close to wrapping it up.
You seem to have blown a fuse there, Rust. Handed to me by the commissioner in my office somewhere.
Okay, settle down there, Bear. Let's make a deal. You show me the credentials, and I'll hand over the battery.
Да ну что ж
It's not that I
такое-то?
don't believe you. I just want to make sure you're not playing me is all.
Ну, может, ты все-таки одну батареечку отдашь?
Can't you give us just one battery, Rusty? You'll still have a couple of them left, right?
Here's the thing, little miss. It's a closed circuit.
She knows. She's just playing on your soft side, Rust.
Ай, ладно. Так что там с документами-то?
Ted and Amber, move away.
Oh my god, Ted, you're not supposed to read the brackets. A do-over?
Keep it rolling! We should get to my office, doll. There's an old file I have to find.
What's this whole deal about anyways? Why can't he just give us a battery? We can keep an eye out.
Rust is having a hard time coping with what happened. He worked in that mill for over 20 years, and now suddenly he's got nothing to do. Let's just do this to humor him.
Poor Rust. Okay, you're right. Let's find that file.
I think by the time this is over, we're going to meet a lot of people in his position.
О боже, ломание четвертой стены, они такие. Так, ну ладно, пойдем в комнату. Тут ничего же не поменялось, не? У нас еще как бы вот это есть. Тед, что-нибудь еще скажешь?
We should search my office for that old file.
Окей, я надеюсь, мы их там найдем.
Be careful, you two.
Да-да-да, мы вообще стараемся быть самыми аккуратными людьми.
There should be an old file
Ну как?
somewhere.
Человеком и
Nasty
медведем?
business from a couple of years ago. The robot union hired me to look into several cases of robot kidnappings.
I remember. That CEO of Illuminarium, Skinner, used robot parts to manufacture headlights at low prices.
Yep, I brought down that whole shady deal. Almost got shot in the process. Rust finds me unqualified for lookout duty. Probably thinks I'm a burnout.
You're not a burnout, Ted. I mean, you were more driven before, but I understand you've had a lot on your mind lately. Anyways, I'm really glad you're with me on this one.
Sure thing, doll. What am I going to say no to you?
Thanks, Ted.
Don't mention it, partner.
Так, картотека?
It's full of Ted's past cases.
Ну, наверняка где-то там. Наверняка где-то там должно быть.
There. Is this it?
Yep, that's the one. Let's head back to that hothead robot.
Ну, пойдем. Ту-ту-ту-ту-ту-ту. Опушите загрузки, загрузочные экраны. Смотри, что у нас есть. У нас есть документы.
There you go, buddy. Signed and authorized by Commissioner Locke himself. Anyways, we really need that battery now, Rust. Time's a factor here.
So it was you. I'll be damned. That was a big deal for us robots, you know? I always held you in high regard, Bear. But you just earned my utmost admiration, let me tell you. You can have my battery. I can use a little shut-eye, to be honest. Keep an eye out and keep little miss here safe. Oh, and check on Millie from time to time. Make sure she's all right.
Thanks, Rust. We won't let you down.
Thank you so much, Rusty. Get some sleep. We'll wake you up in the morning.
Эх, расти. Понятненько.
Rust.
Рост.
You should check for clues in the rest of these rooms. Maybe there's something useful.
Да-да-да. Так, батарейки в фонарик
Hey, I
вставляем.
got it working.
Прекрасно. Теперь мы можем сходить в ванную. Давай. О, как это интересно работает. Ванна?
You should really know what this is by now, buddy.
It's where I take long showers and contemplate life. Also, I sing.
Так. О, наша новая прикольная рубрика «Рассмотр картин».
Cascading waterfalls.
Мгм.
Maybe in our world, a happy little bush lives there, just sitting there between light and dark shades of blue. A waterfall. I feel like a lot of these are waterfall-based. Submerged ruins of an ancient temple. A painting of something or another. It's too small to tell.
Да, но картины в ванной это все-таки такая себе идея. Конденсат, там все такое. Метелка для пыли.
Used by oh so many French maids. Used to clean around the house.
Мгм.
It's a trash can. Surprisingly, it's full of trash.
Э,
I'm not going through trash. It's just my work ethic.
Я тебя понял.
No, but nice try, Mom.
Ну-ка еще раз.
No, but nice try, Mom.
Понятно. Метелка для пыли. Вот метелку для пыли мы возьмем. Мгм.
This duster may come in handy. I'll take it with me just in case.
Полотенчики.
Pairs of towels just hanging out.
Угу. Ладненько. Что в шкафчике?
Full of uninteresting stuff.
Ясно. Зеркало.
Every time I look at it, I see a beautiful princess. She's bound to live a long and happy life in a castle somewhere in France and have lots of ponies.
Ну да.
Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who will be a beautiful princess who's bound to live a long and happy life in a castle somewhere in France and have lots of ponies?
You are Amber? Like for toads?
I knew it.
Did that thing just talk?
I don't know. Did it?
Унитаз.
Where's the money, Lebowski?
Окей. О, кстати, картина
Painting
упала.
on the floor. Trying to get out of town, eh? You owe money to the art community. Listen here, man. I'll cut you a deal. I'll take on your debt and pay those money-grubbing watercolor pushers. Maybe I'll call you on your debt sometime. Maybe not. What do you say? Beats living on the run. Classic TP found in most bathrooms. What's there left to say that hasn't been published in Science Weekly already? Am I right?
Ну да. Так, что в шкафчиках?
It's just one of the many cabinets around the house. Nothing interesting about it, really.
Точно?
It's just
Понятно. Косметика.
lots of creams and powders, also hair gel, a sponge thingy, some kind of paste, and so on. Intended to make you look presentable when applying for a low-income 9-to-5 position to grind away the days. I don't really know what all that means. I picked it up in a movie once.
Возьмем?
Nah, I'm pretty as it is.
Ну, что есть, то есть.
Fun
Полотенце.
fact, if you stuff a bunch of them down the toilet and flush, the water will overflow and the repair guy will come to fix it. He will also complain about the economy and how he has to work on Sundays. Just some stuff I don't really care about.
Таблетки.
They're my mom's. I'm not really sure what they're for. They're my mom.
Понятно. Так, все? Получается, здесь больше ничего нет? Тед, что-нибудь скажешь?
We should start with Flint's room, doll.
А, нам это для того, чтобы паутинку убрать. Точно тут?
It's full of
Понятно. Окей, пойдем. О, вы видели его.
What's happening? What is this? Doll, you seeing this?
I don't know, Ted. What was that?
It's fine. It's nothing, probably. It's the middle of the night, and the light is playing tricks on us. Let's go.
Да, вот именно по этой причине я не люблю ходить ночью без света по дому. Только с фонариком. Ну, у меня на браслете, на умных часиках есть фонарик, так что в этом особой проблемы нету. Да. Так, кабинет. Так, метелка для пыли. Ну давай. Протрем пылинку. Оп-оп-оп-оп-оп-оп. Хорошо.
There, I cleaned it up. Go crawl through.
Why don't you crawl through?
Obviously, I can't fit. Otherwise, I would totally do it.
Sure you would.
Ну давай. Снова
The chase was
заставочка.
spinning out of control so fast I had to hold onto my hat. Nothing made sense, and it was getting more twisted by the minute. We've come across an old buddy of mine who has suddenly found himself out of purpose and place. The steel mill where Rust worked for years got blown to bits. Hundreds of hard-working, honest people lost their jobs overnight. The police are writing it off as an accident.
Ну, как это обычно и бывает.
There were a lot of accidents this past week. The whole damn city was burning up and no one was doing anything about it. Did I pick the wrong time to get out of that dump? According to Rust and Millie, one man is responsible for all this mayhem. In 1 week, he's become a synonym for fear throughout the city, and police and thugs alike are shuddering at the mention of his name. They call him the Red Man. I have a strong feeling in my gut. It's all somehow connected. My retirement, the fires, and the official cover-up. What happened to Flint, the Red Man. It's all leading to her. I feel she is the key to all of this. The last piece of the puzzle I have to solve. Does she know more than she's led me to believe? Or have I let my suspicions get the better of me? It's hard for me to admit this. It's also downright stupid. But I've let myself trust her over the years we've worked together. And I have to trust her now. Sooner or later, we'll find ourselves back in that hellhole of a city. This bond I have with her will be the only thread I'll have to hold on to when things go from bad to worse. In Paper City, all bets are off, but the stakes were never as high as now.
О, да. И вот мы играем за Теда. И вот они эти братцы-кралики. Оу, меч 6-го уровня. А чё не 7-го-то?
A level 6 sword. It has higher damage than my gun. I'm more of a range guy myself. Maybe I can sell it at a shop.
Возьмем?
I'll just sell this sword and buy some revives for later.
Ну, это, кстати, хорошая мысль.
Storage space reserved for various miscellanea.
Да, теперь посмотрим, что Тед скажет про лампу.
A lamp? No, that's not right. It's a lamp. L-A-M-P. It's a cardboard box. I bet there are all kinds of useful things inside.
Да, наверняка. А вот
Empty
и...
box. Just think of the possibilities.
Да, после второго Алана Уэйка, да и после первого, в принципе, тоже коробки вот такие. Не совсем такие, но из-под обуви. Как бы, да, многое значит.
Just pants, neatly folded and thrown over the closet.
Так, одежда.
Just pants, neatly folded.
Понятно. Но в смысле, это же...
Just pants.
Это же не штаны, камон. Гитара?
Reserved for douching out at college. Just pants.
Да ё-моё. Книги?
A book titled Finding Missing Relatives for Dummies. That's oddly specific. Just some rope. I bet someone would find this extremely useful. Not me, though.
Чё, серьезно? Нам не нужна веревка? Нечто.
Oh boy. I have no idea where the drawing guy went with this one. Empty sheets of paper spread across the table surface. What future awaits those sheets of paper? Will they ever become a book?
Честно говоря, сомневаюсь.
Empty. Will they ever...
Пакет конфет.
A bag of candy. I knew a girl named Candy once. Whatever happened to her? I have no clue what that is. A wild guess. It's a single copper dime with a printing error. Unique. Extremely rare. Not as valuable as one might think.
Ну, ты практически угадал.
It reminds me of a cocktail recipe. Add 2-3 ice cubes. Pour some liquor over them. Mix it in your stomach. Repeat. I call it the Ted, trademarked. A book titled A Small Car on Top of Me. The life of a book. What? What sort of literature is this?
Вопрос хороший.
What is this? A car for ants?
Подушка.
I don't like pillows. I'm far too rugged for such comfort.
Ути-бози. Так, маленькое бюро.
It's got drawers. I guess the logical thing to do here would be to search the drawers for clues, but I'm not going to do that. I have my reasons.
Ладно.
Depicting colors contained by various forms and shapes. A wise man once said, the windows are the eyes of a house.
Да, по-философски.
Is it a monkey? Roses in a field? An orange? I'm really bad at appreciating art.
А это?
Someone, somewhere, put their soul and moderate effort into making this, and I hate it. Nothing a little paint thinner can't fix.
Это, конечно, что-то интересное. Красный лоскут. Кролики?
Lowlifes. I guess they are so used to police interrogations. Standing in front of bright lights is where they feel most at home.
Ну да. Так, вроде бы все посмотрели. Ну, по крайней мере, больше я ничего такого не вижу. Красный лоскут.
This thing really stands out.
Давай
We'll
возьмем.
have to find another way.
А, ну да, слишком высоко, не дотягиваешься. Поговорим, товарищи.
I had a
Кролики.
feeling I'd find you two lurking around. How is it that whenever something fishy goes down, you two are peeking around the corner?
Save your monologues for the shower, Snoop. We didn't do it.
And what exactly didn't you do?
Whatever you're implying we did or didn't do.
So you did it.
It depends.
Depends on what.
If we did whatever you're hinting that we did, or for that matter didn't do, and if the answer might incriminate us to a certain degree, then as a fact, I can state that we didn't do it. See? But if not doing it, whatever it is you're implying we did or didn't do would put us in the same position as in the pre-considering it was true, then we certainly
Так,
did do
что-то
it.
вы мне тут зубы
This is
заговариваете.
going nowhere. If you weren't a crook, you could have had a career as a lawyer, although the two aren't mutually exclusive.
Yeah? Well, if you weren't a Snoop, you could have had a career as a drunk, although the two aren't mutually exclusive. See?
Don't act smart with me, lowlife. I'll take you downtown faster than you can say I'm guilty. Now start spilling the beans, or this friendly get-together might turn out ugly for you too.
Что вы тут делаете?
So, why are you here exactly?
That's none of your business, Snoop.
Listen here, you lowlife. I know you operate on the west side these days. I've seen you down with your face in the mud coming out from those 24-hour carrot bars near the harbor. I know
Морковный
you've
бар.
seen things. You two better start being useful, or else.
Oi, Copernicus, how about you take a long walk down the shore pier, see? We ain't seen nothing. We're just a couple of them hard-working individuals, see? We know our rights. We pay them taxes and such. What's a Snoop like you even gonna do? You ain't a cop, see?
You got that right, pal. I ain't a cop. That just means I can throw a couple of knuckle sandwiches your way before I take you two lowlifes in. Not that anyone would care. I can just say I found you that way, or that the Reef King got to you before I did.
Maybe it's time you leave two exemplary citizens like us alone and find yourself someone else you can bother, see? I hear that crazy old coot's been chasing seagulls down at the harbor lately. Maybe he can help you, see?
CBG. Haven't seen him in a while. You're saying he knows something.
It's worth a shot, ain't it? It's not like you're getting anywhere with us. It's just that getting the information out of him might prove to be quite a task, see?
Don't worry about that. Me and him go back a long way. He'll talk to me.
Ну окей. Так, а чё вы из города сбежали? Ну, понятное дело, но спросим.
Why'd you escape the city?
Who says we escaped? Me and John just came to enjoy ourselves out in the country, see? We might take up fishing or hiking. Yeah, those types of things.
That's just great news, Jimmy. I love it here. It's so relaxing.
Sure. And your escape had nothing to do with the recent activities regarding the Red Man?
What red man? Also, Snoop, Native American is the proper nomenclature, I do believe.
You know who I'm talking about, so stop playing dumb. Not you, big guy. I know you can't help it.
Help what? What are we talking about?
Forget it.
Так вы, значит, ничего про него не слышали, про красного человека-то?
You two lowlifes heard anything about the Red Man?
We might have heard something. My memory's a bit fuzzy these days, see?
Оу, Катя, привет! Как успехи? Ну, мы в комнате Флинта, брата Эмбер. Как бы играем за Теда, потому что Эмбер не пролезла в дырочку в стене. А так все достаточно неплохо. Сотрудничество в ваших интересах так-то.
Well, if you cooperate, maybe I can forget about that nasty carrot smuggling operation you two are running on the west side of town.
Carrot smuggling? I don't know anything about no carrot smuggling, see? It's all for private use. My brother here's a big individual, and he needs his vitamins and such, see? Ain't that right, John John?
Smuggling is such a strong word.
That's right, John John.
Окей. Так, а где Флинт?
Where is Flint Ashworth?
Beats me. He wasn't here when we arrived. Is he missing?
У меня тут 2 билета. Собираю квартет для пения акапелла. Я получил официальное письмо. Это вообще сейчас все к чему? Ну... Катя, как ты думаешь, что им ответить? Про билеты, про акапеллу, про пение или про письмо? Раз уж ты здесь, предлагаю выбрать тебе. Тед, такой он, конечно, уставший уже выглядит. Про письмо? Ну давай.
No, I just got an official letter from the studio executives. They've pushed back the deadline. I just wanted to inform him he's not getting drawn or animated for this episode.
Oh, it's a tragedy when that happens. Those corporate suits, they're always standing in the way of true creativity.
Shut up, John John. He's just pulling your leg.
So you're saying you had nothing to do with his disappearance?
Who do you take us for, Snoop? We ain't no kidnappers. The kid probably went to see his friends or something, see? Besides, he's a tough kid. I'm sure he's fine.
Sure, because kidnapping is way over the line for you two. It's one of the few things missing from your MO. Maybe you thought you should step up the game. Who put you up to it?
Whoa, whoa, as I said, we ain't no kidnappers, see? We may have our differences, you and I, but you know we would never go as far.
Alright, you're off the hook. For now.
Ну ладно.
I just don't get why you would protect someone that made you flee the city in the middle of the night.
Hold on there, Snoop. We're not protecting anyone. It's just that this guy, he's not your average sap, see?
Your memory's getting a bit better, eh?
Hey, we want to see this all sorted out as much as anyone. With all the folks leaving the city, it's, well, it's bad for business.
Sure, I can only imagine. What do you know about him?
Not much, and the things we heard are mostly just stories. He's setting fires and whatnot down in the city. Wants to see it all burn, see? No one will stop this guy, Snoop. Not even you.
He's the reckoning this city was due for. He won't stop until everything is dust, and we lie forgotten in the sands of time.
What? What the hell are you talking about, John John? Don't listen to him. He had a rough night.
Well, you two were useful as always. I have to go. When I come back, I hope, for your sake, nothing will be missing.
Besides the kid, you mean?
You trying to be funny, or you got the sudden urge to confess?
The first one, yeah. See you later, Snoop.
You better believe it. One more thing. You didn't find a key by any chance lying around the house.
Oh, yeah, we did. It was just lying on the floor.
That's what I thought. How about you hand it over to me? I'll keep it safe for you guys.
Sure thing, there you go. Now don't go telling people we never helped you. It's like we're partners now, see?
Sure.
Да-да-да, спасибо. Ей, да, ключ от комнаты родителей, то, что надо. Кстати, Катя, смотри, у нас есть меч 6 уровня. Так, кролики. Что ж вы будете с ними делать? Такие они, конечно, упоротые. Так, ладно, возвращаемся в кабинет, тогда к Эмбер. Полагаю, здесь нам больше ловить нечего. Эмбер?
Those two clowns are in there, not being useful as always.
Did you ask them about Flint?
I did. They didn't know anything. I think they're just hiding from someone.
The red man?
That's my best bet, but who knows with those two?
So Flint's not in there?
No.
What should we do, Ted? We have to find him.
Well, we're not going to find him standing here. We should check other rooms. Maybe he's hiding somewhere. Mugshots gave me this key to your parents' room that they totally just found lying on the floor.
We should start there then.
Such forward ideas. You're going to be a fine detective one day.
Thanks, Bear. You too.
Зачем меч? Я, честно говоря, уже не помню, но Тед сказал, что у него урон побольше, чем у пистолета Теда, но он предпочитает дальнобойное оружие, поэтому можно продать меч и купить зелье воскрешения. И я даже не шучу. Катя, а ты помнишь вот это?
A save point. Nah, just kidding. What is this, Resident Evil? We have autosave, you dingus.
Обожаю просто. Так, комната родителей, погнали.
It's unlocked. Hope I don't get into trouble over this.
Да уж, очень надеемся. А где, собственно, сами-то родители? Великолепный момент. Да, это просто лучшая отсылочка. Тед, что скажешь?
Look out for anything out of place, doll.
Угу. Так, люстра.
A chandelier. It's French for fancy lamp.
Да. Куча ламп
This
в
lamp
этой
is
игре.
pretty. So tall and lean and lacy on top. It's like a supermodel lamp.
Да, и у каждой лампы есть свое описание. Это просто
Mom and
волшебно.
Dad's bed. Or the inside trampoline, as I like to call it.
Туфли?
Where else to put them but underneath the bed where you sleep? Men, am I right?
О, ну что это такое? Растение?
I feel like these should grow in a pond. I could be wrong.
Ну, знаешь, ему вроде как и тут неплохо. Страшный дядька.
A painting of some guy. Let's name him. Jeffrey. What do you think, Ted?
I don't, but he does look like a Jeffrey.
Jeffrey Creepy Face. His eyes would follow us around the room, if he had any.
Ну да.
Some paintings depicting life in a small rural community, autumn harvest and whatnot.
А у этих что-нибудь?
Some paintings,
Понятно, то же самое.
some weird plant is sticking out of it.
Да, на этих картинах фантазия закончилась. Губная помада?
I'm not allowed to use lipstick till I'm a bit older, according to my mom. It's highly inedible, though.
Что-нибудь еще, может быть? Щетка для волос.
It looks a lot like a horse brush.
О,
I bet they make fun of short heels all the time.
наверняка. О, фотоаппарат.
It's one of my dad's cameras. It probably fell down by accident.
Че, поломали, да? Давай пойдем его заберем.
I'll take this film strip with me.
А,
Maybe I can
пленку.
develop it later.
Окей. Маленький кожаный типа стул.
It's for sitting down. Like, way down.
Когда она про помаду сказала, я вспомнила, когда он ел мою помаду, будучи мелким. Ну, она, наверное, была очень вкусная. Пластиковый
It's
чехол.
plastic wrap for your clothes. For some reason.
Слушайте, вот с голосом у Эмбер вот что-то странное иногда происходит, ну, как будто бы двоится вот. Вот это вот, например.
It's plastic wrap for your clothes.
Вот, да, а вот про кровать нормально было.
My parents' bed.
Да,
Well,
вот. Как будто бы вот, не знаю, недоработочка. Либо это так и задумано. Шифоньер?
it's my parents' closet. Also known as a cliched hiding spot when playing hide and seek.
Угу. Так, галстук отдельно не смотрится. Так, вроде бы тяжелая пыльная штора.
This thing is so dusty. It's like a... It looks like the thing, whatever.
Да, фантазия не бесконечная. А это?
It's a decorative curtain. It's so old it was used as a tunic by Caesar's accountant.
Питер Цезарь. Не знаю, вкусно или нет. Но... Сейчас, секунду. Но это бесило. Ну, могу представить, наверное. Так, пойдем в темную комнату. Проявочная. Dark room. Та-та-та-та-та-та. Как так вышло, что ни родителей, ни брата нету дома? Нас оставили с Тедом. Главное, вот красные цвета такие проклевываются. Сейф?
It's a combination lock safe. Let's try to guess the combination, Ted. How hard can it be? Is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Maybe it's 0, 0, 0, 0. Or 74? 1, 0...
Are you kidding me with this?
Okay, you're right. I give up.
Так, ну в смысле, подожди. По-моему, 107 же, да? Да, отлично.
There we go. It was the number from the statue. Not a police code for anything, Mr. I don't follow no rules.
И чё там, чё там,
Hey,
чё там?
these are the liquids for developing pictures. I'll take them with me.
Отлично. Так, ща. Надо телефон поставить, чтобы чатик нормально видеть. Ага. Так, чё тут книга?
A book titled Developing for Dummies. I guess developers are dummies. This book is a good investment. I bet
Фотопленка.
it's filled with boring landscapes. That's the only thing my dad takes pictures of.
Ну чё, пейзажи красивые.
For storing preserves and other stuff.
Консервов в проявочной. Окей.
Used for measuring,
А чё, не договорила? Так, фоточки не смотрятся. Фотоувеличитель.
it's some enlarger thingy. My dad explained it to me, but I might have fallen asleep while standing up. That's how boring that was.
Инструменты для проявки фото.
Just a bunch of stuff used to develop photos.
Понятно.
Just a bunch.
Понятно.
It's an empty image filled with, some silver dust. You put it in the machine over there, and then some other stuff. Then you get photos of my school recital.
Угу. Так, ну-ка давай-ка возьмем. Берем. На лишнем никогда не будет. Это увеличитель. Ну-ка, что мы с ним можем сделать? Ага. Так, подожди, это пока
Nothing
рановато.
happened. There's something missing.
Во, клейкая лента.
It's duct tape. It's used to tape ducks?
Ну, да, типа того. Берем. Все берем.
I'll take this tape with me. I can use it to tape Ted to a flagpole.
А что Тед по этому поводу думает?
Shouldn't you submerge that empty image in some liquids? Isn't that how this thing works?
Да. Так, канистра.
Seems like it's empty. You can pour something in it, like water or fire.
Да, но нам это не надо.
Just some canisters filled with some unidentified liquids.
Мусор.
Nothing to see here. Move along now, Amber. Yes, sir.
Так, здоровенные бутыли.
Big ass bottles. Just a bunch of bottles.
Что?
To be exact, nothing interesting about them.
Подожди, что ты сказала?
Big ass bottle. Big ass bottles. Big ass bottles. Just
Хорошо, ладно. Ручка крана.
it's just a tap.
Мензурка.
It has measuring units on the side. Not that I would know anything about that. I'm 10 after all.
Ну да.
Used to develop photos. Then you hang them up and let them dry. Fascinating stuff.
Действительно. Я не поняла, что они запикали. Да я, честно говоря, тоже, да.
Big ass bottles.
Какие-то big ass, может быть.
Big ass bottles.
Big ass bottles.
Big ass bottles.
Да, по-моему, big ass.
Big ass bottles. Just a bunch.
По-моему, типа, да, огромные бутыли, вот здоровенные, это big ass bottles.
Big ass bottles.
Да, но ass, типа, в этом случае это не задница.
Big ass bottle.
Да. Но они все равно запикали. Инсайт, кстати.
Used to pinch things.
Так, отлично, лампы.
Guess this room isn't so dark after all.
Угу. Так, а чё у нас непроявленная фотография? Сюда? Честно говоря, не помню, что там в какой последовательности делать, но давай попробуем. Так.
Nothing happened. There's something missing.
Подожди, возьми. Не то ты делаешь, подожди. Фотку нельзя забрать? Почему ее нельзя забрать? Блин.
Nothing happened.
Ну да, nothing happened. Ну, в пленку сюда вряд ли. Точно. Давай. Так, отлично.
There. Is it over? Is that it?
Looks the same to me.
Some detective you are. Obviously something happened. We need to use the developing liquids now, and then we get the photo.
Что из этого закрепитель? Так, ладно. Жидкости для проявления, вот давай. Давай. Заливай.
There. We just need the empty photo thingy to put it in.
А что там
Used
где?
to develop photos. Fascinating.
Так, понятно, ладно. Я надеюсь, что ты сама там разберешься. Оу, щет.
Oh my
Хоррор.
god, Ted.
Horror
That's
selfie.
him. That's the red man. He's in my house.
Okay, calm down. That could be anyone.
Oh, no, it's him. He's in my house and he did something to Flint. I have to find Mom and Dad.
Wait, don't be so rash. There's probably an explanation for this. Don't get your parents involved, doll. They're having a hard time as it is. This could be just a prank is all I'm saying. We should get back to Million.
Yeah, you're right.
Ну, пойдем. Так,
We have
это
to
еще
wait,
что такое
though.
было?
The room is locked by a mechanism connected to that machine over there, and it will unlock in a couple of minutes. My dad made it like this so no one would barge in and light up the room when he's developing photos.
Alright, so we wait.
Ну, давай
So,
подождем.
how have you been lately?
Оу, щет. Мы играем за него. О май гад. Красный человек. О нет, он идет к Милли. Можно напасть. Или можно выйти. Подушки? Катя, мы будем нападать на Милли? Или не будем? Я просто даже не знаю. У нас уже все-таки повторное прохождение. Мне жалко нападать. Ну ладно, ладно. Пойдем. Да. Жирафику жалко. Ой! Ну это же злобей, стой! Ну, уже поздно, надо было раньше. Ладно. Я думаю, у нас когда-нибудь еще будет возможность. Пока что он просто напугал. Пока первый эпизод. Первый эпизод можно. Да, вот и Расти не помог. Батарейку из него вынули.
Millie, are you okay? We heard a scream.
Oh, thank goodness you're here. It was him, the red man. You just missed him.
We found a photo. He's in my house, Millie.
You just missed him. He must have heard you two coming, 'cause he jumped out the window seconds before you came in. I can't imagine what would have happened if you hadn't shown up.
It's okay, Millie.
Да, будем
We're
считать,
here
что он
now.
услышал.
You're safe.
We should get moving. Is there any
Эмбер и
entrance
Теда.
to the city we can use at the moment?
There's one in the attic. Maybe we can use that one.
Yeah, good idea. Let's head out.
What about Millie? Are we gonna leave her alone? What if the red man shows up?
She'll be fine. Millie's a tough broad. She'll probably whack the hell out of him until he's had enough and surrenders to local authority.
Millie, are you gonna be fine on your own?
Don't worry about me, little miss. I'll go and find some place to hide. You two better be careful out there.
Точно, Милли? Может, еще
Be
поговорим?
careful, you two.
Ох, ну ладно. Тед.
Look out for anything out of place, doll.
Да-да-да. Деревяшка, кстати.
It's holding the window up. It's just a window. Don't let this crippling amnesia get to you. You can do this.
Давай берем деревяшку. Оп.
I'll take it with me. With some proper crafting, it can be used to access things out of my reach.
Так, ну...
Come on.
Ну, я понимаю, да. Клейка
This won't
лента.
work. It usually takes 2 or more of these.
Не меньше 2. Ладно, давай потом разберемся. Что мы еще могем с ней сделать? Подожди, нам нужен вот этот крючок, очевидно. А может быть, как-нибудь... Ну да, это логично, что нет. Разбить? Ну, честно говоря, расследование зашло в тупик немножко. Я хз. Чего нам не хватает? Ну, фонариком-то вряд ли. Попробуй нож и палку. Так я вроде уже пробовал. Не, это так не работает. Надо вспоминать. Может, у нас еще что-то где-то было? Часы. Сэндвич. Кстати, лампа, которая сэндвич. Но которая лампа. Что у нас еще было? Вот зачем-то же нам нужна клейкая лента. Или метелка для пыли. У нас вроде не было никаких таких пыльных мест. А, точно, у нас есть ключ. Вот этот. Но надо как-то до него дотянуться. Да. Блин. Ладно, это стоило того. Подожди, ты никак не собьешь? О, ты серьезно? Ну не, нам нужен крючок. А как я, блин, крючок-то сделаю? Ну и не знаю. Тед? Понятно. А если мы зайдем в комнату Флинта? Вряд ли там что-то, конечно, поменялось. Но черт возьми. Братцы-кралики, вы мне что-нибудь скажете?
Any leads on the missing kid yet?
That's classified. You two remembered something.
Nothing useful, probably. I remember having a crush on Beverly Christie in high school. I would follow her home from school every day. Then she saw me one day and called the cops. Now I'm a registered stalker, amongst other things.
Все понятно. Слушай, может вам нужен меч?
No.
Нет? Серьезно? Блин. Что я тогда не вижу? Keep out. Нечто, веревка. Блин, вот я каждый раз, по-моему, на этом моменте туплю, потому что в прошлом прохождении тоже что-то типа того было. Но как-то все не очень очевидно. Ладно, давай выходим. Не очень очевидно, но очень простое решение наверняка какое-то будет. Может, в ванной что-то еще осталось? Хотя, блин, что бы там оставалось-то? Ну, ключ, кстати, наверняка вот от этого места, нет? Оно закрыто. Да, штуки на цепочках. Оно закрыто на ключ? Ну да, а ключ наверняка там. Ты точно не хочешь просто взломать? Точно? И стеклянный короб. Ну да. Очень вряд ли. Понятно. Вряд ли получится. Вряд ли. Блин, ну я что-то... Фиг его знает. В мусорной корзине она не хотела. Кремы, таблетки, косметика. Нет, тут всякая фигня. Очень сильно вряд ли нам здесь что-то надо. Может быть, в кабинете у Теда? Ну, блин. В смысле? А, то есть нас даже уже не пускают в шкаф? Понятно. Ну, видимо, значит, точно нет. Карандаши, стакан, книги. А! Господи! Ё-моё, я его даже не заметил. Ну-ка, давай-ка подбираем. Угу. Слушай, может быть, удастся просто расцарапать стекло? Это сейчас будет с ужасными звуками, но... Не? А, ну,
That actually worked? You just unlocked something with an old rusty nail? How convenient is that? That's just lazy writing.
Don't be such a
окей,
negative
ладно,
Nancy,
хорошо.
Sue. Of course it worked. My genius knows no bounds.
Ну, как?
It
Неважно.
hangs on these chain thingies. I have no idea what that's for. Some clock stuff, I bet.
Берем.
Yay, I got the hook thingy. I bet this will be super useful, like really soon.
Так. У меня реакция как у Теда. Да, у меня, в принципе, тоже. Думаю, чего? В
This
смысле?
won't work.
Так.
This won't hold on its own.
Да-да-да. Сейчас мы
There.
заклеим.
Now I
О,
can have higher aspirations.
да, отлично. Палка-открывалка есть. Пойдем попробуем ключик достать. Мы и красный лоскут, по идее, тоже сможем. Лоскут. Так, давай-ка ключик. Все, берем. Теперь все высокие предметы не такие высокие.
I'll take this key with me, just in case. It's always good to have keys around.
Угу. Так, комната Флинта, давай, Тед. Ты знаешь, что делать. Давай, 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 давай. Ага.
No.
Нет? Серьезно?
We'll have to...
Да в смысле? Ключ от столика? Подожди, от какого нафиг столика? У нас тут разве было что-то такое, что было закрыто на ключ? Или, может быть, он на втором этаже? Ну, на чердаке, в смысле? Ну, у родителей там точно вроде не было никаких столиков. Ладно, давай попробуем на чердак пройти. Ты дотянешься? Ну, магия телекинеза, все понятно. Снова комиксы.
Millie, Rust, and the mugshots all escaped through the east tunnel. It's closed off now. We've heard from several sources now that the police commissioner had ordered a lockdown. I was starting to wonder, was it to keep everyone at bay till they catch the person responsible? Or was it to maybe keep someone out? It's too big of a coincidence that all of this started to happen at the same time I left the city, and now I find myself unable to return. I've come across the Mugshot brothers, but as expected, they were uncooperative.
Саунд, конечно, вообще интересный.
Wise guys. Reasoning with them is a fruitless effort. However, the little information I got from them could be useful later. They seem nervous. I mean, more than usual. We found some clues around the house that could help us find Flint, but so far, everything is leading nowhere. I've examined the evidence myself, but can't connect the dots yet. It seems appropriate that the last case in my career would be like this. Everyone knows the story. The detective only has
Oh,
a
откуда
couple days
шляпка?
till retirement, but then the lady in distress shows up and begs
А
him to
лоскуток
help
все-таки
her out.
прихватил
He decides,
каким-то образом.
against all reason, to do this one last thing. But the case proves to be his hardest yet. Somewhere down the line, the detective gets shot. Fade to black.
Ну вот не надо никаких пуль.
We had a run-in with the main suspect, the man in the red hood. He gave Millie quite a scare. Who knows what would have happened if we had gotten there just a little late. It was getting more obvious now. He's the one responsible for Flint's disappearance. We had to table all of our options, and we decided to go back to Paper City. I have an informant there that could know some things, and that's our best bet at the moment. Red, it seems, wants to get to Amber, so I figured I'd draw him out. Best place to do that is the city. I need to level the field, coordinate with the police, and to set a trap. After we get him cornered, I'll make him talk, and we'll find out what happened to Flint.
Если бы все
Let's
было
just
так
hope
просто.
it's not too late.
Красный человек. Hello. И вот мы на чердаке. Сотп. Почти как стоп, но сотп. City Limits. Брайан?
Poor thing, I bet he feels so alone up here.
Что за ведро?
It acts as the last line of defense between the housemates and the harsh environment outside.
Понимаю.
It's filled with towels, I think, or sheets or something. It's filled with attic stuff, Christmas decorations and whatnot.
Так, мы можем вернуться в западный коридор.
It's a candle, forgotten here, until the lights go out. Then it's like, oh, where are those candles we keep in the house?
Возьмем?
I'll take it with me, just in case. Maybe I'll need to read in the dark at some point or something.
Действительно, бюро с подъемной крышкой?
The convertible of desks. Very chic.
И почему оно все вот это вот называется бюро? Или может это бюро для Эмбер? Ага, это то самое, для чего нам нужен был ключик? Да.
Hey, the key fits. Let's see what we have in here.
Как она могла сказать, что елочные игрушки это ерунда, святая коробка? Ну, может, потому что сейчас не Новый год?
Vial of ink. It's a vial of ink.
У
Boy,
Эмбер.
this desk must be really old. Who uses ink anymore?
Берем.
I'll take the ink with me. If we wake up in 1789 tomorrow, I'll be all set.
Угу.
The convertible of desks.
Да-да.
The
Понятно. Бюро с подъемной крышкой, ля-ля-ля-ля. Вроде больше ничего такого там нету. А чё вот эта лампочка никак не кликается? Лошадка?
Are you hungry, horsey? Ted, do we have a wooden carrot for him?
Деревянный морковь.
Just some random attic stuff you'd usually find in an attic. There we have an old bean can. Is it
Банка
empty?
фасоли?
Full? Who knows? The mystery is part of the fun. Then there's some bag of something. Flour, maybe? A bunch of boxes filled with ugly clothes?
Ну, вряд ли он с мукой. Хотя черт его знает.
Just some random attic. There we have an... then there-
Да-да-да-да-да. Окей, все, я тебя понял. Брайан. Тед?
There's a policeman. We should go and ask him a couple of questions. I mean, he is a cop, so he's probably even more clueless than us. It's worth a shot, though.
Да, как это обычно и бывает. Брайан, поговорим? Чё ты тут стоишь один такой?
Good evening, officer.
Oh my god, Miss Ashworth, is that really you? I must say, I've only seen you in the papers, but you look even better in person.
О,
Stop,
спасибо.
you're going to make me blush. Oops, too late. No, but seriously, officer.
Burke, Miss Ashworth, but you can call me Brian.
Okay, Brian, we need to enter the city. You see, we're working on this case and we need to find a friend of ours. He might know some things.
I'm terribly sorry, Miss Ashworth. I'm afraid no one is allowed to enter the city at this point.
Ну,
Not
слышь,
even
это
a
мой город
beloved and
так-то.
well-known celebrity such as yourself. I'm so sorry.
Well,
Такая минутка
So sorry.
неловкая.
that's okay.
So sorry.
Aren't you a bit young to be a policeman?
Police officer, actually. I'm fresh out of the academy, but I'm planning to make detective in a couple of years.
Well,
Да
that's
что ты говоришь?
ambitious.
Is that a fake mustache?
No.
Снова эта неловкая пауза. Ой.
It is. It just fell on the floor.
Well, this is embarrassing. I'm sorry. Everyone at the station has a mustache these days, and I just can't seem to grow one myself. My fiance even makes fun of me sometimes.
Well, I think you look just dashing without a mustache. It makes you look younger.
Well, thank you kindly, miss.
That's a tough deal, kid. You'll have a hard time becoming a detective if you don't have a mustache.
But you don't have one, Mr. Bear.
I'm a private snoop, Jimmy. I don't need to fit in. I walk my beat alone.
Oh my god.
Блин. Какие потрясающие диалоги. Как я люблю эту игру. Что знаешь про красного человека?
Stevie, do you know anything about the Red Man?
I'm
Stevie.
sorry, Mr. Bear. I really can't discuss such matters.
Почему Стиви?
I will tell you one thing, though. The word on the street is that the suspect, codename Red, is asking a lot of questions about Miss Ashworth.
What kind of questions? What's so interesting about Amber, anyways?
Hey,
Don't worry, Miss Ashworth. You're the most interesting person I know. If I was a crazy lunatic with an agenda, I'd stalk you too.
aw, that's so cute. Thank you, Brian.
Oh no, now I'm blushing.
I just have to interrupt whatever this is. Jerry, what kind of information is Red after?
Jerry.
It's Brian, sir, and I'm afraid I don't really know much about the subject. Only what I hear from the fellow police officers here and there. Besides, I'm not in a position...
To discuss such matters, yeah, I know.
Ты Флинта случаем не видел?
You haven't seen Flint Ashworth by any chance?
Miss Ashworth's brother?
That's right. Have you seen him?
I'm sorry, Mr. Bear. I'm confused.
That's understandable, son. You're a Paper City police officer. Never mind that now.
Так опустил полицию. Ладно, так может ты нас пропустишь в качестве исключения?
Can't you make an exception to let us pass? Just this once.
Mr. Bear, as much as I admire both you and Miss Amber, seriously, I'm a huge fan, but orders are still orders. Things are getting really bad down in the city. If anything were to happen to Miss Amber, I could never forgive myself.
Dave, who ordered this lockdown?
The state officials. Mayor Mills himself signed the decree. I'm afraid without the mayor's signature, no one is allowed to enter or leave the city at the moment. And it's Brian, sir.
And how come the city is on lockdown anyways?
I'm afraid I'm not in a position to discuss such matters, Mr. Bear. Terribly sorry.
Так а что нам делать-то тогда?
So, what is it we need to do in order to enter the city?
Well, I suppose you would have to get clearance, signed by Mayor Mills himself.
And he'll just sign this clearance, no questions asked.
Normally, no. I don't think so. But since you're in the company of the beautiful and talented Miss Amber, I'm sure the mayor will make an exception.
Так а как бы мэр-то, наверное, в городе, нет?
I'll have to get the mayor on the phone to sort this thing out.
You think he'll let us enter the city?
I really don't know, but that drunk owes me a couple of favors. It's time to call him up on it. To the Batcave.
Окей, Бэткейв, Бэт-пещера. Черт, надо Бэтмена пройти.
Mayor's office.
Hello there, doll. This is Ted I. You may know me from such cases as saving the mayor's ass on several occasions. I've also set you up with a buddy of mine that one time.
Of course, Mr. Bear, I know who you are. Are you looking to speak with the mayor, Mr. Bear? Because I'm afraid he's not in at the moment.
Ну, как всегда.
Can I take a message?
No, I have to talk to the mayor personally. It's important. When will the mayor be back?
The mayor should be in first thing in the morning, Mr. Bear.
Ну,
Okay,
ё-моё.
never mind. Thanks anyway, doll. He's not in, and we don't have time to sit around and wait till he sobers up. We'll have to find another way.
Hey, what if we made the clearance ourselves?
That's falsifying government papers, doll. I like it. There should be some stationery around here. Give me a minute. Have a drink while you wait.
A drink of what? Make-believe water?
Ну, морковный сок там должен
Here
был
it is.
быть. Так, отлично. Бумажка у нас уже есть.
There. You're an
Ой,
artist,
блин, я
so
случайно.
You can do this.
Not really. I could probably make a stamp
Ну,
out of
там
something,
можно
but
было,
I can't falsify the
микросекунда была.
signature.
Fine, I'll get those two goons to do it.
The mugshots? You think they'll help you?
Don't worry, my right knuckle can be very persuasive.
Мне так нравится эта куколка, да. Так, чё, братцы-кролики? А, Миле, что-нибудь еще нам скажешь хорошего?
Be careful, you two.
Да-да-да, мы вообще самые осторожные. Осторожность — наше второе имя. Так, пойдем, кролики. Почему дверь в комнату Флинта нельзя открыть с другой стороны? Кролики, у меня к вам дело. Можно, кстати?
No.
Нет? То есть им просто сначала надо пропуск дать. Хотя вот он, этот лось какой-то, но в катсцене
I
он
need
был.
your help, lowlifes. I've got this fake clearance to enter the city, and I need you to falsify the mayor's signature.
And what makes you think we're the right guys for this? Do we look like counterfeiters to you?
Ну, конечно, похоже.
Yeah, you sure do.
Yeah, we can do this. But again, what's in it for us?
А вы что, не можете сделать это просто из элементарной вежливости? А вы не сделаете это ради ребятишек? Вам лучше согласиться, если вы хотите играть на кларнете. Ну... Вариант про кларнет мне нравится.
You better do it if you ever want to play the clarinet again.
What does that even mean?
What do you think? It means I'm going to confiscate your clarinet.
Oh no, not the clarinet, Jimmy.
Would you do it for Amber?
I would do it for Miss, but something tells me you're just dropping names to get us to agree.
She's with me, and she needs your help.
Oh yeah? She sure lost a lot of weight, or you finally lost your mind, 'cause I can't see you.
She's in the other room. She couldn't squeeze through.
I'll cut you a deal, Snoop. You bring me proof that little miss is with you, and I'll falsify this report card of yours.
You mean the clearance?
What? Yeah, the clearance.
I'll be back.
Sure thing, Arnold.
Арни. I'll be back. Эмбер, нужны доказательства.
No, they don't have anything to write with. You have your pencils with you?
Here you go, but be sure to get them back.
Угу,
I'll be
супер.
right back.
Это типа интерактивное кино такое прям вообще. Так, товарищи, держите инструменты разработчиков. Нате.
There. Does this qualify as proof to you? Now, show some integrity for once in your life and do this thing.
Whoa there! Are these the creator's tools? Where did a Snoop like you get these?
Уличный кондитер дал этому парню в местном магазине, таких целая куча. Я их сам сделал. Ну, уличный кондитер?
The Muffin Man gave them to me.
The Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man. Amber gave them to me, obviously. They have her initials and everything.
All right there, Snoop. Don't get all riled up. Show me that land deal you want falsified.
You mean the clearance?
What? Yeah, sure, the clearance.
Да-да-да.
There. Now, if you don't mind, me and John have some business to attend to. So, how about you hit the old dusty trail?
Какие вы вежливые. Ё-моё. Ну ладно. Мы это сделали в любом случае.
There. All sorted out.
You didn't hurt them, did you?
I sure did. Lowlifes like that only understand one kind of language.
Oh no, Ted. Why are you always so mean to them?
What? No. It's expected with those two. Never mind that now. I got it sorted. Let's head back to that cop boyfriend of yours.
Кстати, Катя, смотри. Смотри, что здесь еще есть.
Please, whoever finds this log, I'm one of the developers, for bear with me. I didn't want to do it. They've made me. Please send some... Oh no, I can hear him coming.
Wow, that's just disturbing.
Yep.
Да, был разработчик, и его не стало. И почему до сих пор никто не помог? Ну, мир жесток. Так, пойдем на чердак. Мы же уже все сделали, правильно? Давай, Тед, поспеши. Брайан, смотри, что у нас есть. У нас есть подписанный пропуск. На.
Come on.
Подожди, в смысле?
I don't think so.
А чё не так?
Come on.
Подожди, нам нужна печать. А как я поставлю печать?
Are you even...
А если подумать... я не знаю, в смысле? Стой, подожди. Давай вернемся. Блин, в смысле? Да, подпись-то у нас есть, а вот печати до сих пор нету. Но... О, господи. Что-то странное было. Нет, все, нас в шкаф не пускают. Так. Если подумать. Ну да, это очень странное подумать. Подписанный пропуск. Тед, подскажи.
We should get the clearance to that cop of yours.
Ну, Тед офигенно подсказал. Ну, в смысле? У нас есть чем зажечь свечку? Не было же ничего такого. Милли? Понятно. Тед, держи. Понятно. Блин, ну все, расследование снова зашло в тупик. Ну да, логично, что с этим ничего не сделать. Но, блин. Что-то... Может, с ним просто поговорить? Тед, иди сюда. Не, ну вряд ли. Там, скорее всего, нужна печать, но... Я что-то хз, как ее поставить. Брайан, у меня к тебе дело.
Good evening, Miss Ashworth, Mr. Ted. Got that clearance yet?
Is he making fun of us? I can't tell.
Not yet. We're working on it, Brian.
Понятно. Ну, слушай. Что я не видел? Инструмент разработчик. Ну, это чернила. Барен. Ну, что я могу? Что я могу? Надо подумать. У нас не было ничего такого, никаких каминов, ничего же. Ну, часы, лампа, картина.
Wait, it's...
Понятно, закрыто. Ну, ничего ж такого. Комната родителей. Не, ну в комнате родителей ты чё? Блин. Я ж точно ничего не могу сделать.
Are you...
Ну,
I can't...
сейчас очень по-тупому все будем делать. Ну нет. Ну в смысле? Черт! Подожди. Давай, может, попробуем к краликам вернуться. Может, они что-то все-таки не доделали? Потому что, ну, что-то варианты заканчиваются. Мы уже везде были, все сделали. Кроме вот этого. Товарищи кралики, ну, они подписали. No. Подожди. Точно нет?
No.
В смысле нет? Поговорим? Да, братцы кралики. Да я понимаю. Ну нет, с ними мы уже точно все закончили. Найти другой путь. Ой. В смысле, блин, другой путь? Что-то это дело затягивается. Попробуй свечу и нож.
There. Now I got a stamp.
Спасибо.
All I need now is some ink.
Можно печать из... А я разве так не делал? Обалдеть. Спасибо, спасибо, да.
Mess?
Ой, блин, проскипал. Ей! Все. Катя, ты гений. Level up! Все, супер, все. Почти настоящий пропуск есть. Все. Огонь. Отлично. Мне казалось, я соединял нож со свечой. Но, видимо, нет. Брайан, смотри, что у нас есть.
Here you go, Mike. Signed by Jim.
Mike.
Mayor Mills himself.
Yes, here it is, and it's like totally real and not at all fake.
Well, everything seems to check out. Wait a minute, and enjoy the scenery, Miss Amber, Mr. Ted. It's a beautiful view of the city from here. Have a nice night.
You too, Brian.
Good night, Byron.
Байрон. Вот он город бумажный. Манекен?
Ted, quickly! Someone mutilated that poor, creepy as hell mannequin. We'd better investigate. And again, a box filled with who knows what. Nothing interesting about these boxes, believe me.
Who are you talking to?
No one? Why?
Ted?
We should really go to Paper City. There should be an entrance somewhere, right?
Да, вот он прямо вход перед
Have a nice
нами.
night.
Ох, ну что ж, погнали. Да, все?
Alright, I guess we're going back there. You ready, Ted?
Give me a minute. I thought I left that place for good, you know. What about you? You haven't been there in some time, doll.
Yeah, I think so. Besides, we have a case to solve.
You're right. Let's go.
Ну, погнали. Бумажный отель впереди вон. А, бумажный город.
It kind of feels like going home.
God damn it. It really does.
Ted, I never asked you. What happened to your former partner?
He grew up.
Это так грустно звучит. Он вырос. О боже, смотрите справа. Безумный медведь. Зомби-медведь-марсианин. Bear with me. Конец первого эпизода. Я вас поздравляю. Первый эпизод позади. И прошло всего лишь 2 часа. Я прям даже не знаю. Сегодня мы будем продолжать или потом как-нибудь в следующий раз? Катя, как думаешь? Просто еще один эпизод, это, мне кажется, он там подольше второй будет. Ща я прям точно... Завтра? Ну, можно, наверное, и завтра. В принципе. Ну, ладненько. Так, скипаются же титры, да? Угу. Ей! Давай. Такая, на самом деле, жутенькая эта песенка. Ну ладно, все, мы увольняемся. Оп, я делаю вам вот так вот. И тогда, наверное, заканчиваем. Такой маленький стримец получился. Между прочим, первый стрим этого года. Прям неплохо. Неплохо так посидели. Ну, завтра, значит. Но если завтра и будет стримец, то, скорее всего, часов в 9. Вероятно. Потому что раньше не смогу. Пойду, скорее всего, в киношку. Ну, ладненько. Будем, значит, тут такими небольшими вечерками с вами встречаться. На пару-тройку часиков. Угу. На самом деле у меня много ближайших планов было для стримцов. В кино на что? По-моему, тут военный фильм «Новый воздух». Да. Что-то там трейлеры был. Ну, я так, с родителями пойду. В общем-то, вот. Да, ближайшие планы на стримцы, вот. Bear with me надо пройти. Я планировал еще Life is Strange Before the Storm. Да, еще год назад планировал. И надо бы к резидентам возвращаться. У нас там Код Вероника, Revelations 2, все такое. Ну и как бы Days Gone ждет нас уже больше года, ё-моё. Да, не везет этой игре почему-то. А игра-то клевая. Да. Ну, в общем-то, все, пожалуй, на этом приостановимся. Не знаю, завтра там или даже, может, послезавтра увидимся, но когда-нибудь точно увидимся. Да, все. Я ушел. Спасибо, кто был. Катя, спасибо тебе. Спасибо за подсказку со свечой и ножом. Да, все. Я ушел. Пока-пока.